Hello.
I was waiting for him to do like a higher kind of like we're
We're just gonna get right into this. There's no segue at all. Microsoft just done bought Activision and Blizzard.
It's not set in stone yet. It is still in talks. It is not a done deal yet.
But they have 68 point whatever the fuck million dollars in cash in hand.
That's
waiting.
68.7 billion.
You know what's funny? In every article I've seen about this, they said they kept referring to it as a cash deal. And I just try to wrap my head around like what that would look like. And it was an actual. No, we know we're smart enough to know that this won't actually go down as where they're going to drop.
Just imagine somebody from Microsoft meets.
They're peeling off 20s.
somebody from Microsoft meets up with somebody from Activision and Blizzard, and they're just counting it out: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 60, 70.
Being the stoner that I am, this just sounds like a typical drug deal, man. Like, yo, you wanna buy this stuff? Yeah, cash, bro. Bring cash. We don't do no credit card transactions.
Come alone.
This back alley on Wilshire Boulevard.
So it's if, and I feel like they wouldn't start putting all these articles out if this deal wasn't close to reaching fruition.
Yeah.
If it wasn't going to happen, nobody'd be talking about it.
Right. So, and it's not going to be a cash deal. Obviously, almost all the world's wealth is digital now. But the first thing I thought of too is what was the number again?
68.7 billion.
Yeah.
The next thing I thought of was if you've got 68.7 billion laying around to just scoop up Blizzard next to me, like,
Microsoft has more than that.
yeah, it's not because that's gonna set you back for you got to earn that back to put yourself in a better position because you only had 70 billion.
Right. The people at Microsoft were just sitting back and going, you know what? I think I want to work on the World of Warcraft games. We should buy them.
Maybe that's why the cash deal came into effect. They were like, look, we literally only have 68.7 billion. Can't lay any interest on this, so it's got to be a cash deal.
Like they had to reach out to somebody and say, how old 20 billion till Monday? Trying to get this gaming company.
Somebody else was trying to buy these companies too. Like Sony was just like, all right, we got 65 billion right now, ready to wire transfer. And Microsoft just walks in, busts in the door and goes 68.7 bill in cash.
In cash. No wiring, no transactions needed.
The guy lays down a briefcase, and then another guy comes in and lays down a briefcase, and
another guy comes in.
They paid each of those guys $20 to lay down briefcases.
So I was obviously curious what ends meeting like a motherfucker look like. So I looked up the value of Microsoft. $2 trillion?
$2 trillion?
$2 trillion.
$68 billion wasn't even like shit.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, if you peel that off, you're willing to drop that much coin.
Yeah.
You have a good savings account somewhere.
Right. Somebody at Microsoft just like, Blizzard and Activision are willing to sell. I got like $100 billion just for like this specific situation. Just throw them like 68.
So Activision, Blizzard, like all their stocks, I guess, like just skyrocketed through the roof now. So
yeah.
I don't know. This is all.
Well, as far as the deal goes, it says the deal, if completed, would sharply expand Microsoft's already sizable video game operation, adding a stable of popular game franchises, including Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Candy Crush, just to name a few. I know Gingy's got a nice big list waiting to say him.
You know I do.
Big
Man, that's a nice way to start out a list too. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Those three games alone, those are some heavy hitters.
So, just to expand a little bit on the games that Microsoft will now have rights to, just from the Activision and Blizzard deal, Call of Duty, the Sekiro series. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I never have. There's some Crash Bandicoot games, Destiny 2, the newer Tony Hawk games. And that's just Activision.
That's just Activision.
And then Blizzard is World of Warcraft, Overwatch, StarCraft, Diablo, Hearthstone, and the list goes on.
Actually, no, Activision is all Tony Hawk games. Basically.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Pro Skater 1 was still Activision.
That's just remarkable. Like a kind of like this kind of deal. Even like when I read that dollar amount, my brain went to like, yowza. That's an incredible amount of money.
This isn't even a new thing. Like Microsoft has been doing this for years.
Yeah,
like they've been buying game studios for a long time.
Let me stop you real quick because I know you're going to name off said acquisitions, but let me read this off first. This is basically what this means for Microsoft is aside from acquiring a huge list of popular games, which Gingy just listed some of them, this acquisition would mark the latest and biggest move by Microsoft chief executive Satya Nadella, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, to reshape Microsoft through a string of deals that would have helped make the world's second highest value company a powerhouse in business, computing, and a rising giant in video games. I want to name off some of those other acquisitions previously. That's why I kind of jumped in there.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Yeah. So like some of the other companies that Microsoft has bought, ID Software, Doom, Machine Games, the Wolfenstein series, Roadhouse Studios, Rune 2, Tango Gameworks, The Evil Within, Ghostwire Tokyo, Alpha Dogs Games, Arcane Studios, Bethesda.
Yeah, Bethesda, there's one.
ZeniMax, which is the parent company for Bethesda. 343 Industries when they originally bought Halo. Compulsions Games. I don't know if you ever played We Happy Few. Great game. Microsoft owns it now. Double Fine Productions, In Exile Entertainment, Mojang Studios, Minecraft.
That's another wow.
Yeah. Ninja Theory, Obsidian Games, Playground Games, Rare. Like you remember the
I believe
Donkey
Obsidian
Kong games?
I believe Obsidian is
company.
Minecraft, isn't it? In that Obsidian Games?
No, Obsidian Games is Outer Worlds in South Park.
You know, another thing too that people probably don't realize is in the game. Why would somebody buy a gaming company? I think older folks probably don't understand how profitable they are. They're on league. In some cases, they make more than big blockbuster movies, like one video game. A AAA video game has the financial upside of. Like some of them have overshadowed some huge movies.
Yeah. And in all honesty, with a lot of these games that are out now, like people do it on YouTube. They take all the cutscenes from said game and piece it into a 2.5 hour movie. So, I mean, you're getting a movie along with your gameplay. I think that's a part of the reason why it's been doing well. We're a lot better than.
I mean, World of Warcraft's made billions of dollars. Billions and billions of dollars.
Not to that extent of World of Warcraft, but like Elder Scrolls Skyrim, they sold that fucking game as a new thing 7 times.
Yeah. They're like, hey, we're on PS3. Hey, guess what? We got a new version. Hey, we're on PS4. Guess what? We got a new version. Hey, we're on PS5 now. Guess what? We got a new version.
You can play Skyrim on a Samsung refrigerator. I'm not even kidding.
No, that is fact. That is actual fact.
What a world we live in.
I think there's an Alexa version where it reads you the game.
Wow.
You can go, Alexa, I want to eat 30 wheels of cheese.
Yeah, I mean, Microsoft's on their game with acquisitions. I mean, they've had some failed ones too. I know they were in recent talks with Pinterest and got shot down, as well as Discord Inc.
Yeah, that's Facebook's game too. They like to scoop up those little social media platforms while they're like, when they first get successful. They offered Snapchat, I think, and Snapchat turned them down, from what I remember.
Which probably was smart.
I do offer one thing. If Microsoft were to buy Discord, maybe Discord might be able to get its shit together then with all those little ghost pings.
Oh God. There's so many little things about Discord that drive me up a wall. It's like I love a lot of the perks for how it relates to gaming and it makes communicating with people you video game with every day next level. However, some of their notification systems drive me up a wall.
They're bad.
Yeah.
So with this possible deal happening, do you think that if the purchase is a done deal, it's done? Do you think Microsoft will have to do a handful of rebranding given Activision's latest scandals via like sexual harassment and stuff like that?
That was Blizzard's thing. Is that Blizzard?
No, it's Activision. Activision.
Blizzard, are you sure? I thought the World of Warcraft folks. I thought it was that. Like I'm not.
I was gonna say I read Activision. I'm not so much into the Blizzard stuff. So that would be more Ginger's forte. But
like my weird brain remembers both.
Okay. Well, I know I actually read the stuff with Activision. I have no idea about Blizzard.
Okay. So let's look at it from that point of view.
I mean,
as a business owner,
same question applies.
Yeah, let's say something had a value like that. We were just talking about Worlds of Warcraft, and so for me, my memory is that I thought it was Blizzard. I don't, but you have these shortcomings, and maybe another company. Not that Microsoft may not have those same shortcomings. But you can look at another company and say, I believe I can do what their shortcomings are better and we can keep the ball rolling. Now, if, as a video game company, let's say they're banging out billions and billions of dollars of profit, and you think that you can go in and reface them, kind of rebrand what they are, so those shortcomings are watered down to some extent. Maybe people forget. Let's not forget that Comcast is now Xfinity.
And they still have the worst customer service on earth.
For real.
But there's a reason that they did that. It's because their Comcast was synonymous with poor customer service.
Yeah.
Like I mean, all of us at some point or another had a Comcast story where we're like, can you believe this? Like, this is one of the on record worst customer service experiences I've ever had. And they were the mean. That was normal for them.
Yeah,
Everyone had a Comcast story at some point or another. Now, Xfinity, I will say, through this rebranding, not as bad. Is that your experience?
I can't co-sign to that because I've had just as much issues with Xfinity as I did with Comcast, but that's just my personal opinion, my personal situation.
Well, I feel like it's maybe some of the problems didn't go away, but the way in which they handle them, they have a very the customer service side of things, you can tell they're leaning into it, and it's way more prolific than what it was before. It was like you talk to somebody from Comcast and you're like, I can't believe you're talking to me like this, and like I'm upset and you're not like helping me out any here.
Yeah, right.
I've had somebody from Comcast with all but say the exact words, fuck off.
I mean, that's
so your
fair.
experience is similar to mine, where you feel like they've, through their rebranding, Xfinity is more of a.
Don't get me wrong, Xfinity still sucks ass.
They're not. Yeah, they're definitely not perfect. But I'm just saying, like, they've watered down what their shortcomings were, at least.
But nobody at Xfinity has told me to fuck off yet. So
I feel like they were like, all right, our efficiency and customer service bumped up 1% since we've been bought out by Xfinity. That's improvement. That's improvement, guys.
So in relation from what it felt like, some damage control needed to be done on Blizzard / Activision's side to quell some of the inner workings of the company. Do you feel like this is a fast track way to get to a result by doing this by Microsoft buying them, putting them, maybe they give them a new, I don't feel like it'd be that hard to, it'd be to rebrand something that popular. It would catch on like wildfire. Let's say they named micro games or something. I don't know. Like if they come up with some really catchy brand name, it's going to catch on, and it will become popular. I just see it like all upside to them buying this and giving it a new name.
I don't think that they'll rebrand anything. They're just like collecting game studios.
I think it's just so you just think it's an acquisition and they're just going to keep the ball rolling.
I don't think they've rebranded before, but I just wonder, given
usual.
the scandal, that's why I asked the question, given, said issues within the company, if this is kind of like means for a rebrand in their eyes, if you guys think that.
I'm just saying from where I'm sitting, obviously I don't know it all. I don't know what the inner workings. This is just based off of a couple news articles I've glossed over briefly. This intuitively feels like it could be very beneficial for them. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Microsoft will make changes in-house. I don't believe that they'll make any new entities because of the acquisition. They acquired Bethesda, which is one of the largest game studios to have ever existed. They made some of the most profitable games ever. Some of, not the most, but some of the most. And Microsoft just went, yeah, we own you now. and it's still nothing.
Yeah, it's still Bethesda.
They just went, you just keep doing God's work.
We'll just be paying you.
That's when you think about that, though, to circle back to that $2 trillion thing, man, that just puts a lot of stuff into perspective. Just to think like $1 billion company is like on a level where and they have many much billions.
Yeah.
Like that's just wild to me. So much so that now they have multiple trillions. They don't just have a trillion, they have two of them. Yeah. That's just nuts to me how much of the world's wealth they probably hold.
I wonder what the split was. Like, did they pay Activision $10 billion and then 58.7 to Blizzard?
That's a good question.
That's what I want to know, because like
this stuff isn't necessarily my wheelhouse. I still find it interesting though.
Yeah, for sure.
Same. Yeah. Now, when you say if this is an all around good thing, I don't agree with that because I am a PlayStation fan. Most of these games will probably be Xbox exclusive, which is going to suck for PlayStation players.
I didn't think about that.
That's 100% something that I'm not mad about it. I'm just disappointed.
I'm mad.
And I can say that now because I'm going to be a dad.
I'm mad.
When Microsoft bought Bethesda was already working on the Elder Scrolls 6.
Okay.
And since Microsoft purchased the company, Elder Scrolls 6 will now be in Xbox and PC exclusive.
Oh, that's
that hurts, man. That hurts.
In PlayStation is wildly more popular. It's like kind of when you compare mobile phones, like Samsung sells way more phones than Apple does. Yeah. I think it's like a similar comparison with PlayStation and Xbox, where PlayStation sells a lot of consoles compared to Xbox. And not to take anything away from Xbox, but
they're worth $2 trillion.
Yeah. But I think in comparison, I've looked these numbers up quite some time ago. It was a pretty vast difference. And I don't know the nuances behind that, but
Sony's better. That's the nuance.
For unknown reasons, I've always preferred PlayStation. I've only owned PlayStations myself, so I always thought to myself when I've found that statistic, because I Google everything once I'm curious about it, like, hey, I wonder which one's bigger, and I was like, wow, I didn't expect it to be that much bigger, and then I realized, well, for whatever reason, be it marketing, be it quality, I'm unsure, but I was like, wow, historically I've owned every PlayStation that's ever come out. Yep. And I've personally never owned an Xbox.
I actually was an Xbox fanboy for a while, up until the PlayStation 4 came out. And then I bought a PlayStation 4. I still had my Xbox 360. And then I got the Pro for PlayStation, and then I got an Xbox One. And then I gave away the Xbox to my brother for free.
This was a really long time ago. I stayed at a buddy's for like a week or something. And he had an Xbox, and it was only a week. So I was packed. It was like in between moving places. And that was my first time experiencing a Halo game, and it was on Xbox. And I caught on quickly. And it was a lot of fun, but that was my real I've just had real limited experiences with Xbox. It's kind of strange to think about.
I will say that Xbox's controllers, after like an extended period of time, they are a lot more comfortable.
Really?
Yeah. They like fill out your hands better.
I don't know.
But the PS5 controllers fix that. So
yeah, I've always been a PlayStation fan through and through. I've got like 2 PS1s, 3 PS2s, 2 PS3s, and a PS4.
You know, you can just have one of them, right?
Yeah, but that means I can only play it in one
I've
room.
gone through phases between PC and PlayStation, where I've gone, like right now I'm in a PC stage where all the games I prefer, because I've got a game, because of what we do, that's set up to play PC games. So it just feels more comfortable. It's easier. The setup it's more convenient, and it gives me the option to stream it more non-intrusively, where I can make a video or whatever.
Meanwhile, the PS5 sits on the table.
Yeah, and we have a PS5, and I haven't even played it really.
That brings me to a question: can I borrow the PlayStation 5 until God of War Ragnarok comes out?
No, because I know I'll never get it back.
No, I'll give it back the day before, because I know you'll play it.
We'll talk about it. Just you wanting to borrow it makes me want to play it now.
Would you like to sell your PS4 Pro?
Oh, I do have one, don't I?
Yeah, and just like the PS5, it goes preet, preet, preet.
Yeah, I forgot I have a PS4 Pro too. They're hooked up on different TVs, and we don't even.
Yeah.
You know you can only have one, right?
There can be only one.
Only
A
one.
movie.
Come on, the Highlander, baby.
Highlander.
I was just seeing. I was testing you.
Yes, of course I'm a Spaniard.
Kind of nailed that.
That's like saying that's no moon. What's that movie?
Django.
Unchained.
No?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I got it. Nailed it.
All right, well, let us know what you guys think of this move. It's a blockbuster. Like every news source is covering it, and it's funny too. It's kind of like a distraction from all the political stuff, and I kind of dig it, because you're seeing a lot of these big name media companies that are typically just all about political stuff, talking about. I'm sure there's a political spin on it somehow too. Who knows? But
Microsoft, if you're listening, just take it from somebody who has been an extreme fan of both sides of this console war.
Bill Gates is a subscriber.
Stop making acquisitions of companies and then making those games exclusives, because you're ruining the other half of your fan base. Stop doing that.
Bill Gates can't hear over how much fucking money he's gonna make.
That came from a place of passion. I dig it.
It did. Stop it.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out, and let us know what you think about this whole thing, and we'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.